Phoenix for post-match Pint. I'm Neil Atkinson. This is Neil Docking. This is Beth Lindop. Liverpool have just got beat by 1-0 by Nottingham Forest, but it didn't feel like 1-0. It felt like 1 to minus infinity goals. Liverpool were that bad over the course of the 90 minutes. I think it's the worst performance at Anfield by Liverpool since Leeds United got beat by Leeds 2-1 in a game where they actually got the energy of a goal out of it. Leeds, I think, were arguably much worse than this Nottingham Forest side, certainly stupider than this Nottingham Forest side, and Liverpool were terrible that day. They were absolutely abject today, Neil. It's that bad a performance.
Yeah, they were dreadful, I thought. I think Liverpool were dreadful, and I think Forest were good. Were very good. I think they deserve credit on and off the pitch, Forest. Their fans for the Hillsborough banner at the start, and for their respect during the tribute to Ron Yates. And then on the pitch, I thought we couldn't really get them out of their shape. Their shape was excellent. We struggled to pull them out. Their two fullbacks, Aina, what a performance, and Moreno as well.
I'm not sure on Moreno. I'll come back to you on that. I thought Aina was great.
Yeah, Aina was
the
fantastic. I thought Moreno played well. He made a lot of tackles, Moreno. But Aina was man of the match for me. I thought he was tremendous. And that's not to say that Diaz was bad, because I thought he was one of our best outlets at times, Diaz. But I thought Aina was excellent. But no, just generally, they kept blocking runners. We couldn't craft anything through the middle. We were poor when we were going out wide. A lot of poor, aimless crosses. I felt the right-hand side, which is so often a strength for us, Szoboszlai, Salah and Trent, the connection just wasn't there. For the first time watching Szoboszlai in this sort of 10 role, I was thinking, do we need someone who's more of a natural 10, someone with more ingenuity, someone with a bit more cuteness? I thought he had as bad as a game as he's had for Liverpool, and I was very surprised that he stayed on. And then after the manager made the changes, I just didn't even know what we were trying to do.
I thought we got worse.
We got so much worse.
We weren't very good. I think it was a level game, and we weren't very good for an hour.
Yeah.
And then he made the changes. We will talk
and
about
their
it.
game
and then
plan
we got markedly worse. And their game plan was get to the hour, frustrate them,
get the fast lads on,
and then bring the fast lads on.
Yeah, I do think hats off to them. I think they had nailed their game plan to a T. And under Nuno, they're often an uncompromising side. They're awkward. They're difficult to play against. They don't concede many chances. Obviously, they're unbeaten this season. I thought it was going to be tougher than maybe some people did ahead of the fixture. But I don't think that excuses at all how poor Liverpool were. It's not just off the back of an international break. It's not just that it's a new manager. I just think a lot of people today put in really, really subpar performances in a red shirt.
There was no spark all the way through the game, Beth. There was no crispness. That was one of the sort of watchwords of the half against Ipswich, the full 90 against Brentford, and the full 90 against Manchester United. Liverpool would be crisp. Liverpool would interchange. They would look sharp. Liverpool were about as blunt as it's possible to be, and I'm not quite sure what the opposite of crisp is. Maybe soggy.
Yeah.
Liverpool managed to be soggy and blunt, and that is no way to play football, or I would argue do anything in life.
No, absolutely. I think the thing that frustrated me the most was there was absolutely no urgency from the get-go, really, and I think that was a trap that Liverpool fell into at times last season, and that was why, often those games against those teams lower down the table, Liverpool struggled and ended up having to mount a comeback. And I think they've been a lot better at that so far this season, but today it seemed like they'd reverted a little bit to almost expecting the win, and probably, as fans, we all anticipated, that Liverpool would, by hook or by crook, get the job done. Even when they went 1-0 down, you're sort of thinking there's still plenty of time for Liverpool to wrestle this back. But even after the goal, from a Liverpool perspective, there was no urgency. There was so many times when they were just passing the ball around the back. And I know Arne Slot has spoken about killing teams with passes. But Liverpool were killing themselves with passes.
Well, what do you do if the opposition have decided they're going to try and kill us with passes? So what we'll do is we'll let them do that in this way.
Yeah.
We'll block this avenue off, and then we'll go from there. Ipswich did a bit of that for a half, I thought. Forest are better players, bigger players, had a plan for it, as I say, and they were almost happy to say, let's get to the hour at 0-0. And then if it becomes just a toss of a coin, it's just a toss of a coin. And I don't think it was that. I think Forest were better after those subs were made, so I don't want to talk them down. I thought they were better. But this is what sometimes you can just play into the opposition's hands. And today it really felt like, in terms of both quality of performance, but also what they were attempting to execute, I thought Liverpool played into Forest's hands.
Yeah, they did. I think in the first half, certainly in terms of how stop-start it was, and I think you could feel that frustration starting to creep in a little bit, and certainly in the second half. I mean, the amount of misplaced passes, there was one that Virgil played into midfield that led to a really, really good chance for Forest, and that's so uncharacteristic of Virgil to play those sorts of passes, especially when he's got a bit of time, as he did in that instance.
YouTube Press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.